This is an old tune, Girl of My Dreams. I've been done around here for a long time. The late, great Mr. Lucian Barbering used to do this one a whole bunch. Used to mentor Kaleb, and also was a mentor of mine when I first came to Preservation Hall in the 90s, when I was about Caleb's age. Lucian was sitting right there playing with Dave Bartholomew, and he got me up to come sit in and play Paul Barbering's second line with him. And like I said, that tune, Girl of My Dreams, was one of his tunes. He used to always swing that one out. And to hear Kaleb play it and swing it, sound just like him. Yeah, it's warm in my heart.
Girl of my dreams, I love you. Oh, yes, I do. You're all I have. And after all is said and done, girl, you are the only one. Life will be complete. And since you've gone, girl, life don't feel the same. So please come back again. And after all is said and done, girl, you are the only one. Life will be complete.
Welcome to Take Me to the River, a movement in social consciousness. We continue to bring you the finest and best musicians from New Orleans. Live with us today is educator Kevin Lewis. Welcome, Kevin.
How you doing?
And his prized student, Kaleb Summers. Welcome. Gentlemen, the education program that Preservation Hall Foundation has put together is nothing short of fantastic. It allows the legacies to continue and the great music of New Orleans to be passed on to future generations. Kevin, tell us a little bit about how the program works. And I know that part of it is the hall sends you to different schools around New Orleans to help students become better musicians.
Yep, that was definitely one of the main parts of the program before COVID. Anyway, they sent me to a bunch. That's where I met Kaleb when he was in junior high. What school was that? Out in Gentilly.
Mary McLeod Bethune.
That school, Mary McLeod Bethune. So I met him at that one. I think Calvin was teaching there regularly then. At the time, Calvin Johnson was one of our instructors that moved to New York now. And they brought us in there to just do a clinic. And that's when I first met him. I was like, oh man, you can play your horn. I think I gave him a plunger. The first time I met him. Yeah, that's, for a horn player, that's a gift.
Yeah.
And like I said, they sent me to Dolores T. Aaron. That's where I started a brass band there. I had a little junior high school brass band called the Young Heroes. And they did pretty good. They went out to D.C., representing New Orleans at the Kennedy Center. But that's just one part of the program. The program also has a lot of kids come into the hall. We had kids coming in from all over the world, from Europe, from Australia, from Canada, from all over the country too. They'd have field trips here, and we have a band, and we do a presentation, just playing the music and talking about the music. If it was band kids, a lot of times they'd have questions about specific instruments, we might have a choir singing with us, some choir kids coming in, And now, post-COVID, there's the whole virtual aspect of things that the foundation has been taking on. There's a whole website now with the curriculum on there where we have like video instructions.
Which, by the way, is fantastic. I give a lot of credit to Greg,
Yep.
Greg Lucas and Ron and all the people in the foundation. I know it was like a 3-year project, so
Louis Ford had a lot to do with that. Too.
Yes, yeah. Go to the Preservation Hall Foundation site, and you can download these really great lessons. I'm going to turn to you, Kaleb. So when did you start playing trombone, and what moved you to that instrument? And tell us a little bit about how you came into music.
I started playing the trombone when I was 8, and it actually started on an accident. So I wanted to actually paint, and I wanted to go to Yale University when I grew up. But as I was going to look around the school, it was at a school called Lake Forest Charter School, and there was like an active shooter drill. So what they pushed me into the music room with a director named Jerry McGowan, and he told me to stay there. And ever since, I just really never left. I don't know why, but I just got drawn to it. He picked the instrument for me, and I just never changed since then.
Wow.
That's a story.
That's a powerful story. So how long were you locked up in that room?
Probably like 15, 30 minutes.
Oh, okay, but it was just long enough for you to catch the bug, huh?
Yeah.
That's right on time.
Wow, wow. What did you see in Kaleb?
It's what I heard in him, but in terms of what I see in him is his whole vibe. He's a humble little kid. You know what I'm saying? He loves the music. He wanted to play. He was eager to learn, and that's what we want. That's what we need.
Yes.
All of them ain't like that. Some of them you got to try to keep them still, and get their attention and try to sell the music to them, and get them interested in it. That's not the case with him. He's already got the bug. You just gotta. By the time I met him anyway, he already had it. It's just keep going. You just gotta let him do his thing. And just try to make a fertile ground for him to grow. This is St. James Infirmary, played by Mr. Kaleb Summers. It was down at old Joe's barroom, round the corner down by the square. Drinks was going around as usual. goodly crowd was there. Up stepped old Joe McKinley. His eyes were bloodshot red. He told a very sad story. And these were the words he said. He said, I went down to St. James and Fort Lee. Saw my baby there, stretched out a long white table, so cold, so sweet, so bad, laying there. Let her go, may God bless her, wherever she might be. She could search this whole wide world over. She'll never find a sweet playing man like me. You got it?
Such an important part of making sure that our legacies are passed down, our culture, our heritage, our music, is for younger people to be open to be mentored by legacy musicians, musical experts, great teachers.
Do my best.
To be open, but also for you to be open to what they teach you. So a mentorship needs to go both ways. So I'm going to go back to both of you, and what have you learned from Kevin?
Never to be scared to mess up. Like, always be ready to mess up and know how to mess up, because you're always gonna mess up anyway, so just might as well learn how to do it the best way.
That's a good lesson. Kevin, you should have told me that long ago.
You know what jazz is about? Improvising, and you want your music to paint a picture of life and reality. No mistakes is that's just not reality. Life not like that, and I don't like my jazz like that at all. It's about how you recover from your mistakes, and if you know where you're at in the song, you know what's going on, and if you know your way around your instrument, yeah, the recovering is where the tasty part is. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get the nice, unpredictable notes.
Sometimes the mistakes are actually something that brings you on to the next step.
Yeah, man. They got this whole saying, sometimes when it seems like things are falling apart, they're actually falling into place. You got to cherish those mistakes, man, and learn how to, make something beautiful out of it.
So, Kevin, who were you looking towards when you were first coming up, and what educator really turned your mind, like Kaleb's?
Man, I can't even say one. I'd have to run down a list, to be honest. A lot of cats. And with that being said, Caleb, I'm sure could say the same thing. That's how this scene is. The old heads, they are, it's the community, it's the village that raises you. And at the time, when I was in high school, there was a cat named Stacy Cole. He was the lead trumpet player for Dave Bartholomew's big band, who really took out a lot of time for me. He the one told me to come down, like what night to come down. I actually met Ben Jaffe, who runs the spot. He was my substitute teacher in high school, and he told me to come down any night. I want to come down and check out the music. But my teacher, Stacy, told me specifically to come down. I think it was Thursday nights. That's when Dave Bartholomew was playing, and he had Lucian playing with him. And I came down, and I met the cats, and I met Lou in high school. There was a cat named Clyde Kerr that was teaching at NOLA at the time. That was a real big influence on my transition from marching band to playing jazz more. Then I went away to Oberlin. I met cats like Wendell Logan, Then we got all the older trumpet players on the scene, like Wendell Brunius and Leroy Jones. All them cats showed me stuff, man. All of them took out time with me.
Well, the first song that you guys played tonight was inspired by Lucian.
Lucian, definitely.
You guys want to talk a little bit about the influence Lucian had on both of you?
You want to go first?
The first time I met him, it was a Thursday night, and I've been coming here for a while before I met him, and so it was like a new vibe to me. But he was like always energetic. He had nothing to complain about. Every time he got on stage, he danced. He did this little thing where he took his horn and he let the slide fall down, and he would play the note all the way down. But the song that we played, the first time I heard it was on that night. I just fell in love with the song because the chords, the way he sung it, the way he messed up and then corrected it was the best thing about it.
And he continued to stay in touch with you and mentor you?
Yeah.
Tell me the lasting thing that he gave you that you take away and literally almost every day that you can kind of use that in life and in your playing. Is there any one thing that you really took away from him in a big way? Yeah,
there's nothing to complain about.
Lou was a positive dude, man, for real. All the way up to the end, Lou was in pain. He had cancer, man, and then he had to go through a lot of chemotherapy and stuff, and they had to cut a hole in his chest. And I went to his house, and he was cheering me up. I wasn't ready to lose him at all, but he had accepted, he had done his job here, man, and he was moving on. And like I said, he didn't complain. He didn't complain all the way out, man. Lou's a beautiful dude, bro.
And during that time, he gave you inspiration and advice and left you a message that we're going to hear in a minute. But give us a setup to that message and how that came to be.
So I've been coming and sitting in on Thursdays and Saturdays. He's been coming, and what he would usually do is he'd wait right before it's time to go up. Then he'd say, "All right, let's practice this song. We're about to go up and sing it right now." And he gave me a book. It's just a bunch of books. A bunch of songs in it. They're all in treble clef, but I had to transpose it so I can read it.
Right on. Well, I would say that what you all are doing is God's work. It's inspiring. The love that you're putting back into the environment is something we need, especially now, especially from younger people. So thank you, and thank you for all your service, mentorship.
Yeah.
Look out for this young man.
That's right.
Okay? Look out for this young man. He's going to be somebody.
He is somebody.
Yeah. He is somebody. He's going to be a big somebody.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
is.
I meant to say.
I know what you meant.
Thank you both for coming.
Thanks for having us.
I'll tell you what, the playing was a real treat, so thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us. There's another old classic tune done around New Orleans a long time. But I went over to Caleb's house the other day. He was hanging with his little friends, a little guitar player and a bass player, and they had their own modern little arrangement of this song, When the Saints Go Marching In. Yeah, they showed me something. I just learned this from them. Sure did.